Hi, my name is Annie Todd, and this is my Emotions of Andrew Jackson video. Andrew Jackson, he was born March 15th, 1767, and died June 8th, 1845. Jackson was the 7th President of the United States from year 1829 to 1837. Jackson was known as being confident, incredibly stubborn, and quick-tempered. He was handsome, which caused him to grow up confident. Later, Jackson was nicknamed Old Hickory for his toughness and aggressive personality. To Jackson's friends, he was very loyal and generous. Jackson's enemies, however, were extremely unlucky. He had a reputation of passionate hatred if he felt was needed towards his enemies. Others would call Jackson moody because he could be extremely angry at one point, screaming and yelling, and could be of good humor the next. At social events, people expected him to show his bad reputation, but Jackson always kept his good grace and charms at public events. When he was 13, Jackson was captured by the British, these qualities hurting him. The officer had asked him to shine his boots, and with Jackson's stubbornness he had refused. His refusal had caused him to get struck by the officer. This event in Jackson's life was said to be the reason for his lasting hatred of the British. Some examples of Andrew Jackson's temper would be in 1806. There was a misunderstanding over a horse race, but it quickly changed into a gunfight because of Jackson's hot temper, which he won. The gunfight took place between Jackson and Charles Dickinson. Jackson was shot first in the chest. It was never completely healed, so Jackson carried that bullet with him for the rest of his life. Another example of Jackson's temper was he once fired many members of his cabinet because their wives would shun and not be polite to a senator's wife. It seemed Jackson had a sweet spot for Peggy, the senator's wife, because the same accusations being made for her were the same for Jackson's wife before her death, and that angered him. Jackson did love, though. His wife, Rachel Donaldson Robards Jackson, was a perfect match to him. They say that she was the center of his life and that they had a wonderful relationship until her death by heart attack in 1828. Every president has their high and low points. Jackson's lowest point was said to be Trails for Tears. He didn't have any personal anger and hatreds towards the Indians, but felt that they were inferior to the white race. He either felt that the Indians should move west out of harm's way, or commit to the white ways of living, such as speaking English and turning to Christian. Jackson's good qualities were that he was a very strong president, who was an excellent fighter in the U.S. military. He was the only president who ever got America out of its national debt, though this only lasted a year. When Jackson ran for president, he ran for the common man. He believed there was too much power in the wealth of America, and he brought more independence to the middle class. So even though Jackson had temperament issues, he was a very strong-willed man who helped his country very much. And that is my works cited. Thank you.